very similar question, more like an add-on question. The question is, if somebody asks for the salt, what would you do?
Pardon?
It's an add-on question to the last one. If someone asks for the salt, how would you pass it? Can I have an answer from the people on the chairs at the back who are not on the table for once? If there's somebody who's ready to respond to that one? If someone asks you for salt, like salt and pepper, right? How would you pass that? How would you pass that? Ma'am, I'll come to you if nobody raises a hand in the back. I'm still counting. No, ma'am, you already have it from you. So I'm going to try once more to the lady, and then here and then here. Yes, ma'am.
Salt and pepper are passed together towards the right.
Great, amazing. Let's clap for her. That was a simple one, but she gets a book anyway. That's a super answer. And we again pass it to the right, remember? You remember the right. But a person asks you for pepper, or a person asks you for salt, you never pass it alone. They're married, you know? They go as a couple everywhere. So no matter what they ask you for, you put them both together and let it go. I'm sorry, I don't know why this projector is not working, but this one is, so we can carry it on, hopefully. Is it visible to you, ma'am? Great. Here comes the next one. Never mind. What is the correct way to butter a bread or a roll? What is the correct way to butter a bread or a roll? We saw in the first slide that we have bread and butter. There's a butter plate on the left, and there's a butter knife in it, and you have bread lying somewhere there, which is collectively like a collective thing for the whole table. You want to consume some. How would you go about doing it? Okay, the two gentlemen here. I'm coming. This one raised his hand later. He's already got a book to him, so I'm coming to you after that, ma'am. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Great. Okay. Okay. Great. Great. She's keeping her fingers clean. Watch out, ladies. Yes, ma'am. Great. Great. Right to left. Some ladies here. Ma'am, we've not taken. You've also not got a prize, so I'm going to come to you first. And to you, ma'am. Yes. Okay. Now? Okay. Okay. Now? You want to take it out? Take a stab at it? Okay. So, bread in the right hand and butter in the left. The knife in the left. Right? Okay. And he'll take, yes, ma'am. Yes, yes. We've got whole sides. Okay, you do butter your bread, but away from you. That's what is being said. Yes, sir.
It depends. Bread is in what form? If it is a slice,
yes, sir.
What is a slice? If it is a roll, take a bite, then put some butter, take a bite.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Any other takers? Anyone wants to take a stab at how you consume the bread and butter? Come on. We did it in kindergarten, the bread and butter. Yes, the same smelly bread and butter. How do we do it? There's more to it, I promise you. Okay? Okay, okay. So I've got a closest answer here, and I'm going to give it to him. And then I'll come to the answer. Let's bring it up for the gentleman. Sir, thank you. That was very close. I'll just discuss how we go a step further. When you're consuming bread and butter, you actually pull a croissant or a roll or a loaf, a piece of loaf of bread out and put it in your side plate. You also take away a scoop of butter, whatever you want, if you do want it, and put it on the side plate. And then you tear, not cut, you tear a piece of bread, butter it. You can do it any way you want, left or right. I don't have no hang-ups with it. And you consume that. Next time you want more bread, you again tear a single piece, one morsel, ek nivala, and you butter it and you consume it. We never butter the entire slice because after that it's supposed to sit there and you can even soil your sleeve with it while eating on the side plate and so forth. That's a good reason to help me understand why I don't do it. Right? But that's how it is done world over, and we'd love it if you could all incorporate it. Here we go to the next one. We've got very few left, so keep it ticking, keep it buzzing. How would you let the server know? We've already got a hand, so I'm going to go to her. And then to a young lady there, and to a new hand, nearly new hand there, a little old, and a gentleman, wonderful. So how do you let the server know that you've finished eating? Ma'am. She's going to show it, so watch out. Okay, great. So please, you did not raise your hand, so I'm going to come to you eventually. Ma'am, you've been trying for very long. I want you to take a look at this. Would you like to come over and show us if you will have some? Okay? Okay, great. Okay, hold on to that. Keep it there. I'm going to come back. Yes, anybody here? Would you like to come and use use a plate and a fork and a knife to help us understand how would you do it? Ma'am, I'm coming to you. You've got a fork and knife and a plate with you. Right away. So, we let them take a date. You may want to try a knife instead of a spoon. Okay. Okay, great.
I close my eyes.
Where are you sitting? You sitting here? No, are you sitting this way or here?
Just turn your chair. As if you are sitting on the table.
So because I'm not trying to understand if you want a perspective taken from here or here. So that's where you, great, okay. Great, thank you. Sure, please, all yours. So, go ahead. Take a knife and a fork. Yes, sir. Use it. So please use it. I'm coming to your table and we got it all done. Are you through? I'm not sure. Like I said in the beginning, now a lot of pictures on this table. You put it upside down, okay? Sure. Great. Now, across. Yes. Anyone else who wants me to hop over to the table? Yes, ma'am. You can cross. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Great. Thank you. Yes, sir. The chef showed it to you. Okay. Thank you. Sir? You'll push the plate slightly away. Thank you. Right, sir? Right, ma'am? Sorry. Right. I'm sorry, we're still lacking. Really, we haven't got there precisely. Thank you. Sure, sir. Please. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I remember when my father was in there, we did precisely that. Okay, sure. Absolutely, sir. Right, sir. We had the closest answer come from this young lady. She was the first one who showed me putting them together. And we'll give her the book. Can we clap for her? What's your name? Swati. Great, Swati. There we go. So she did show me the answer that you gave. And her plate is still lying there. I asked her to hold on to it. As a matter of fact, we don't close the plate like that, either in continental or in American anymore. So if you could lend me that, I'll be happy to illustrate to you, though the illustration part is being done by the connoisseurs at the end of the day. All the same. This goes at a 10-20 position. Now let me put my things down and show this to you. So this is the plate and this is the straight thing. It goes precisely like this. And I want to make a couple of things very clear. The knife serrated side is always inside. While eating, while resting, while closing. Otherwise it's considered very rude. And we normally do our tines up down. We used to do a very thorough continental tines down earlier. But both American and French. And the reason to do it is because if you remember, the server serves you on the left and Claire's from the right. If you put it there, it's very easy for him to clear the plate, and grab the cutlery with his fork on the top when he takes it away. So for the last 5 to 7 years, this is the sole pattern, the only pattern which is adopted anywhere in the world. Please carefully look out for it, or keenly watch out for it on YouTube or movies or wherever you would like to. We'd love you to update yourself. Here we go. If you have something stuck in your teeth, or if you have a piece of bone in your food, or something that you don't want in your mouth, probably a seed or a food that you don't like, and you want to take it out, what are you going to do? Yes, ma'am. You take a napkin and spit it in. But the napkin was on your lap now. So where would you put the napkin afterwards? Okay. The lady is answering for the first time. Let me take a go at her. Yes?
If you fork like fruit and you want to see it out, fork or a knife to slightly roll it and then use a fork to take it out. From the fruit. See?
Yes, but it's already in your mouth now. The question is not how to spill it out of the fruit. The question is you've already got it in your mouth, and how do you pull it out of your mouth? Okay, mom is very decent. She said she'll slightly cover her mouth, slightly take it out of the hand, and put it away in the plate. Okay, she would also like to remove it to the napkin. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Yeah, the point is, how do you remove it? I'll give it to you. You know what? I'll give it to you. That's a great answer. What's your name? Smriti has it, please. She said, I'll use a spoon. You use a spoon or a fork or whatever you're using. The golden rule is, whatever goes in, it comes out the same way, period. If you're using a fork to eat your food, make sure you take it out of the fork, the bone or the seed or whatever it is, and then you quietly put it on the side of the plate. If you soil a napkin, remember you would not have a napkin to use towards the end of the day. And you would have soiled the napkin, you cannot put it back on your lap. If you put it on the left, that's an indicator of you finishing your meal. If you do not finish your meal, you're supposed to leave your napkin either on the armchair or on the chair. You can't do either of them right now. You're still eating. So there goes it. Okay, I think we are looking at second last. Maybe, what should be the order for sitting in a formal meeting? And just to make it a little more complicated. Just to make it a little more complicated, I'm going to give you a little bit of a case study. So there's a couple, a host couple, and there's a guest couple. And you go to a restaurant and you have a 4-seater. You know, 2 across, 2 this side. I want to know if you're dining with your spouse and you have a guest couple, how are you going to make them sit? If you have the answer, please raise your hand. Sir, I'm coming to you first. We've been avoiding you for a long time. I can't afford to do it anymore.
It's like, if there are 2 couples, the husband should request the guest lady to sit with him, and similarly, his own wife and the guest to sit with him.
Super. Amazing. Amazing. Can we have it up for him? The first shot. See, that's why I was avoiding him all this time. He just knows it inside out, doesn't he? I did this workshop very recently, and my audience was about how the two ladies should sit together, or how the two husbands should sit together. Or if that is not okay with me, then perhaps we should have the husband and wife sit together. But the rule goes on to say, you sit with the other gentleman's wife, if you're the host, and if you're the hostess, you sit with the guest husband. And that comes as a bit of a shock for us Indians. And the rule why it is there is, that's also the way you travel, by the way. So if you were doing travel etiquettes today, and you happen to be not with a friend, but with a business client couple, you would sit in the same fashion. The host husband is driving, the lady guest would sit on the right of the car, or the left of the car, wherever in the world you are. And why do you do that? Because it is certainly believed obnoxious and closed to not entertain or socialize. You live with your spouse day in and day out, and it is considered that you want to continue to remain in that company and not interact with others, or you're not open to interacting with other gender as well if you were to do that. And as much as my audience laughed at me last time when I offered this solution, I promise you, Dr. Kang and I have been laughed at literally, not at us, but at a situation typically recently in France, where a gentleman was sitting with another gentleman and he had to very categorically say, I'm very straight, please believe me. So, if that goes through, let's keep it at that. Here you go. If you're the guest, how do you select what to order? And just to get the record straight, I'm referring to the right side ordering. On any given day, you're looking at a menu card and you see vegetarian dishes perhaps begin in Park Plaza at 200 or 300 or 400 something. And then the non-veg dishes double that. And the exotic non-veg dishes triple that usually. So you go up to 1,500, 1,700 per dish. How do you choose? How do you know what is the right thing for you to order as a guest? Sorry. Guesswork? Guesswork.
If it's about the cost that you're selecting, then you can always, first it's always the guest preference to the guest. The host is not going to deny for whatever he wants to eat. But being reasonable, you can always order something in medium range. Not something very expensive, not something very low cost, so that they're also thinking, oh, are they being careful if they're ordering the cheapest things? So you go medium.
Yes, sir?
Well, if you are going to a five-star property, I don't think absolute the matter. What you have gone there is to have a good food.
Okay.
So you start with the starter. You
Yes,
order
sir.
the starter, which is best in the menu.
Sure.
And then go ahead with the soup. You have the meat, you have the dessert, pay the bill.
Great. Any other takers for that? Plenty. Please keep going.
I think in that case, when you are definitely proposed choosing a restaurant or hotel but going for normally.
Okay.
In that case, you can ask you, if you choose something, what is best I think this should be like, you can ask.
Perhaps you're talking to a very professional business client who you do not have. I'm sorry, there are a few people who've already raised their hands, sir. And we'll take them first and then we'll come to you. Yes, ma'am? So we should ask the host if it is okay for me to order an expensive dish. Okay, the host will ask. But I'm saying, what should you do? What if the host did not ask? Did you see one in Ludhiana? Okay. That's likely to happen everywhere in the world. I promise you the right side price will be there. Yes, sir.
Be polite.
We heard that.